World Wrestling Recording... no. Start over.
What's happening, everyone? Mark Bassler here, and welcome back to World Wrestling Review. So, I'm very excited for this episode, because, like I said in the previous episode, from this point on, I will be adding AEW onto my show, and I will be discussing storylines that are going on in AEW. So, with that being said, let's get started. Since I'm going to be talking about AEW for World Wrestling Review, I need to discuss some of my favorite AEW superstars. Now, I don't have a number one favorite superstar from AEW, but the top three that I would say is between Chris Jericho, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara, because I see the talent in like all three of those amazing superstars. Because Chris Jericho, I've been watching him ever since he was wrestling in WWE. Darby Allin, like I said before, I've only got to know him a little bit about him, but I think he's one of the most incredible superstars I've seen in AEW. And Sammy Guevara, he's part of the Chris Jericho's Inner Circle group name that is named by Chris Jericho in AEW, and he has already won. All three of those wrestlers have won championships. Chris Jericho won the AEW World Championship. Darby Allin won the TNT Championship, and so did Sammy Guevara, actually. And so that's actually the next one that I want to talk about. So Sammy Guevara won the TNT Championship a couple weeks ago on AEW Dynamite. Now, if you guys didn't know, Dynamite is the weekly show for AEW. So Sammy Guevara won the TNT champion against Miro a couple weeks ago on Dynamite. I am so very happy for him because this is his first ever championship winning in AEW. So I think he rightfully deserves that title. And I think he's going to carry on the title for a long time, even while he's a part of the Inner Circle as well. Let's talk about something else that's really caught my eye, and that is it is a current feud between Darby Allin and MJF. Because a couple weeks ago on AEW Dynamite, MJF was coming out to the ring and doing his heel promo, because if you didn't know, MJF is probably one of the best heels I've ever seen in wrestling entertainment. MJF was doing, his regular heel routine, and then Darby Allin comes in, and this comes to a point where MJF took his heel move to a very far limit, because he mentioned Darby Allin's deceased uncle. Because a little bit of the backstory: when Darby Allin was about 5 years old, he got into a car with his uncle, who was an alcoholic, and his uncle passed away in a car crash.
Because that night, the wrong man died!
So knowing that MJF brought up Darby Allin's uncle is just the beginning of a huge feud coming. And I am so excited for this feud to happen, because MJF actually wanted Darby Allin to hit him, but Darby Allin said that he will not break him mentally, because he's already been through so much. And it's actually the reason why Darby Allin has half of his face painted, because he explains that ever since he got into an accident with his uncle, he paints half of his face because 50% of him feels dead on the inside. And so he has lost 50% of trust and respect for anybody. I think that's an amazing character for Darby Allin, because it really describes his backstory. So anyway, I'm very excited to see MJF versus Darby Allin in this amazing feud that I'm hoping that we're going to get. Let's talk about something that really caught my eye, and that is Hangman Page winning the Casino ladder match a couple weeks ago on Dynamite. And the Casino match, whoever won the Casino ladder match would have a future shot at the AEW World Championship. And that champion just so happens to be Hangman Page's former tag team partner, Kenny Omega. Now, there have been only 3 AEW champions so far in AEW, Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, and now currently Kenny Omega. Now, I am hoping that Hangman Page is the one to dethrone Omega, because Omega has had a long feud and long championship reign as the AEW champion. And even if Bryan Danielson, I was hoping that Bryan Danielson would actually take the title off of Omega, but I think Hangman Page is a much better storyline to have for Omega and for him to dethrone the champion. And I think that's going to be an incredible match that I hope that we're going to get real soon. But unfortunately, that's all that we have time for today. Guys, thank you guys so much for listening, and I certainly can't wait to discuss more AEW moments with you. But with that being said, I'm Mark Bassler, and this is World Wrestling Review, signing off.